Alrighty. So we're back with the shoot the shit after a few weeks of being AWOL. We got a substitute host with us this week, Papa Yogi.
Yeah.
You're,
No, you
and
had to
of
bring
course,
Daddy in at one point, man.
yeah. And of course, we always got, the balls of all balls, Mr. Drew Pack.
The best of them all.
You're. Speaking of Drew Pack, I think today we're going to switch it up and we're going to talk about some other topics. First and foremost, Euphoria. Um, what you think about that new Kendrick diss on Drake, Drew?
I think he did pretty good, but other than him calling him gay, I didn't really see too much. I feel like people are overhyping it. It's decent for sure, but I don't know. I'm hoping for a Drake response.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't feel like Drake should respond though, because like even I think it was what wasn't it Rick Ross was telling Drake like don't reply back, like don't do this. Because if you notice in the Euphoria song, in one verse, and I could probably pull it up here in a bit, but Kendrick was basically telling him like you want to talk shit, then I'll expose you. And if he got dirt on him like that, Drake's already been through so much in his career. So
yeah.
for to
I
have this
mean,
shit go down, and especially if it's negative,
yeah, that's a good point. Like, does Drake even want? Because definitely, I don't think Kendrick put the nail in the coffin, and I don't think he wanted to. I think he wanted to keep baiting Drake and keep evolving. Because first of all, they're making money off this shit, right? And then
yeah,
secondly, like you said, um, he wants to give him a reason, give him a reason, right? He wants you to step up so he can expose you and not be sound petty.
yep.
Um, but it's like he could be bluffing, but it's like, do you need another Pusha T? Like, we don't. I don't think Drake needs that. So should he even respond, Drew?
I think he should, honestly. He has to. He has to. And he's going to.
Yeah, it's like at this point, I don't think you have a choice, anyways. You already dipped your toes too far in the water. Because in Drake's last one push-ups, he said the same thing. I got more. Bring it, and we'll go back. So it was like, I think at this point, you're in it to win it or lose it.
I
You
don't know.
can't
I
really.
thought I thought some of the stuff that like I don't think Kendrick said anything crazy, but I feel like he said it in like catchy ways. Like it sounds
Yeah,
good.
I feel the same way about
Yeah.
push-ups, and that's why I feel like they have to respond again because they both did this like, ooh, this is catchy, but this isn't the final dose.
Well, I feel
You
like you
know?
got to compare. If you're gonna compare the disses, you got to compare like that and push-ups, and then you got to compare Euphoria to the
Well,
tailor-made freestyle because like their push-ups wasn't even all the way to Kendrick. It was to everybody.
yeah, that's true, but I didn't really fucks with Taylor made that hard.
I mean,
So
it wasn't like a good song that I'm gonna keep listening to, but I feel like he got him. You know?
yeah, I
Yeah,
feel you. Yeah, well,
just
if
listen
that's
to
the
the other
case, I
song.
put it a 1-1. I mean, so you definitely got to go back at it. And at this point, quitting, it's like after J. Cole bowed out the way he did, you can't quit. You got to go. He
And
even
I don't
said it.
know. I don't know why this guy's gatekeeping Drake from using the N word.
I don't know either because I mean, Rick Ross hit him with the same thing, calling him white boy
Because
and shit.
is he gonna do the same thing to J. Cole because he's half white? Like,
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That was weird to me, but I was like, whatever. I guess you're doubling down on the Rick Ross thing. It's got to get under Drake's skin. That's the thing. It's got to like irk his soul that he's not like accepted in that culture in that community, and it probably bugs him in real life, and everybody knows it.
but I feel
That's
like
probably
he
why.
is. Like he's like. I mean, I don't know what community you're talking about. Like,
Like the black community.
I mean, I think. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't comment on that.
They
You
try
know,
to
I mean,
give him to
we
the
don't
light
know. We don't know
skin.
what people really think around him, anyways. It's like, yeah, like Rick Kendrick said, he's he surrounds himself with a lot of prominent artists and stuff, but like, do they really all just like don't accept him? Do they really talk shit about him behind his back, or is he just that self conscious? That's like his comments about him being a pretty boy and like doing his manicures and shit. and stuff. Like he couldn't tell the difference between him and Sexy Red because they're both females. It's like maybe he just that gets under his skin, and he has like all this like insecurity. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the part where Kendrick was saying, he's saying like where he doesn't like, he likes the Drake that sings melodies. He doesn't like the Drake that acts tough. But like, you know, is Kendrick like that? Like, I
Yeah.
mean,
Is Kendrick hard enough to be saying that?
he ain't tall enough, that's for sure.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know, dude. I like both. I like both. So I mean, I could get it if
I wish this came out in 2016 when I hated Drake and I was like, damn, he released Views and I was like, bro, this guy's always talked about like his music's fucking everywhere. I hated him back then, but I've learned to really like Drake.
yeah, and I think it is a lot to do with him going more hard in the lyrics. To be honest, which is what he should have been doing anyways. He came out as a rapper, not a fucking singer. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the one
like
thing that I
lyrics.
think Kendrick can't lose this to is because Drake has ghostwriters. That's pretty known. But
dude, Kendrick, bro, like 6 years ago, Kendrick came out and said when people were talking shit about Drake and his ghostwriters and such, he said, if you're on a major label and you are gonna tell people you haven't had ghostwriters, that you're a fucking liar. Kendrick said that.
I don't know. Does Kendrick have
So
ghostwriter? Does that mean he's saying that he's had
the way that he,
ghostwriters?
yeah, everybody does because here it is. Okay, you remember when Eminem and MGK were going back and forth, and they had this thing. People called it out when they looked at the credits. There was the same writer. So Eminem wrote his and this guy, right, and the same guy wrote MGK's with MGK. And they're like, oh, they're staging this. They're staging. It's like what you guys don't understand is that this guy is an industry writer, but basically he just comes in, he takes it, he gives his suggestions on what to tweak to make it flow better. He sends it in, and Eminem or MGK or Kendrick or whoever can be like, "Yeah, I'll take that and that edit, and or fuck that shit, like whatever." But these people just come in and they give their advisement. That's a ghostwriter, right? And these people are employed by the record labels to go down the chain, and sometimes these labels own several other labels, so or they're contract workers, so they'll work with all the labels. So these people will come in on all these songs and give their revised version. It doesn't need to be used necessarily, but sometimes they do take aspects of what they suggested and change their song just to make it more fluid. That's a ghostwriter, and that's what Kendrick's referring to. And to be honest, that's what Drake uses. The idea that Drake has people entirely write his songs for him is crazy.
I don't think
Because
he does it for everything, but I think a lot of stuff. Like
hell no.
I think Drake has a good voice. I don't think Drake is writing most of his stuff.
Look, there may be some songs he didn't write at
And
all,
he copies people.
and or at least he came in and changed a little bit of what was mostly written. And copying's fine. But that's the thing. Everybody does that too. Everybody buys songs. Dude, the game's first album was 50 Cent and had like six of his songs. 50 Cent made them for him. And like it's just part of the industry. It's just making music, and people in rap, because of the whole MC thing, they hold it to this weird standard. But it's like if you look at any other genre, they all do this. It's the norm. It's the normal thing. So it's like if he was having all of his songs completely written by someone else, it wouldn't sound exactly like his flow, like tailor made, right? All those AIs he used, they sounded like Drake. We all knew that from the start. They had his flow, even though they had the other voice, they had his flow, right? So you can't emulate somebody's flow.
Oh yeah, you can.
Not on fucking 16 albums or however fuck many this guy's got. He's got a lot. You can't do it for
I mean, but
100
you
songs
can
and have
definitely
them be
bite a
good.
lot of people's shit and like take their lyrics and use it as yours and reword it. Like, there's a lot
But
of people that do that in the industry that reword an artist's song and completely use different words, switch up the sentences a bit, and they'll make it a song and they'll make money off of it. So it's
And
like
that's
it's
what Drake
all
probably
throughout
does
the
when he
industry.
does use a ghostwriter, for sure. If they're writing some of his, he's probably changing it up just a little bit to sound like his flow. But it's like there's no way he's got that many smash hits because a lot of times it's just not genuine. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. If you're not taking a majority of the role in it, it may be good enough for your album, but it's not good enough to be a hit.
Hmm.
In my opinion, I just feel like just because he may use them sometimes to like pad his album out, the idea, the general idea around Drake is that all he does is just have people write his shit. And I think that's cap.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not like when I listen to Drake, I'm not like, oh yeah, someone else wrote this. But there's definitely things that I'm like, this man had someone else write it. I don't have any specific examples at the moment. I'm unprepared,
There
but
probably is, but let's think about this. How many albums and how many songs does Drake have out? Versus how many albums and how many songs does Kendrick have out?
I don't know. Drake has more for sure.
How can you have that many hits and not say the same old shit versus other people? Think about it, like E40. Last year I was listening to him. He put out like a bunch of features, but like out of all of them that I heard, there were a few lines where I was like, that's pretty much the same line you said in that other song. It was still cold, but he said the same thing because people tend to say the same things, right? So sometimes you got to have a ghostwriter come in and take that shit out for one. But two, if you don't have a ghostwriter, all your shit's gonna sound like the shit you released last year.
I mean, but think about the younger artists because I know a few artists back from where I'm from and back from where my brother grew up, and they straight up like they would always make their shit. They never use no ghostwriters or anything. Like they use their stories that they had to tell from the things that they've lived, and it's like think about the artists that come up and they don't have the money to do all that. They're just starting it out. They're waiting to get a label. The label would be their break. I feel like once artists get up into the higher categories, that's whenever it like really becomes a bigger thing.
But
But before then,
yeah, money's a luxury.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
can't hate on them. I mean, these are resources you worked for. Use them. It's like okay, Eminem, he has these luxuries, but he chooses not to use them, right?
Hmm.
But doesn't isn't Eminem's biggest knock in the last decade is that all of his flows sound exactly the same?
Yeah, they keep switching back and forth, and
That's it.
that's right.
So how can you generate new flows if you don't have other people telling you maybe you go this route and then them try it and be like, hey, I like that.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't think Eminem's like some. I don't think his boys are like, hey, you should say it like this.
That's
I
that's my
think I think
point.
that's
That's my
all. I think
point
that's
though.
all Eminem.
That's my point. That was exactly my point. Is his biggest knock is that he hasn't changed his flow in 10 years. That's because he doesn't use ghostwriters and he doesn't let people tell him you should do it like this. He should. He should let people come and tell him maybe you flow it like this, maybe you say this instead, and him run it and see if he likes it. That's what they're doing for Drake. That's why his shit can always change up and do different sounds and stuff. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But nobody's saying, "Damn, Drake's album last year sounded just like this album this year." Man, Drake's album. Drake said the same line in that first song as he said in the last song. You know what I'm saying? He's able
But
to
look at
put out.
Eminem's wordplay compared to Drake, though. Like the vocabulary difference in between the two and the difference in between their
Well,
lyrics are massive.
that's
So
true, and
I
that's why
think
Eminem gets
Eminem
away with
earned the
not
right
doing
to
it.
be able to do that. Like he's capitalized on that flow and he's made it consistent. That's his flow.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Like Drake hasn't stayed consistent with the flow. Like before, whenever he first started out, a lot of his songs were like lovey-dovey, kind of like making
Mhm.
love songs. And then after Hotline Bling, it just like, you know what I mean? It
It's been up
skyrocketed,
and
dropped,
down,
skyrocketed, and
but
it's like he
that's what
hasn't.
happens when you make so many albums, and like you said, Eminem doesn't need to do it because at the end of the day, his lyricism, even though you might have a complaint, because he doesn't have anything new flow, his lyricism is so good that people still buy his shit.
Mhm.
Drake doesn't have that, and that's fine. Everything isn't about MCs, Sometimes it's just about making a song. Eminem's biggest songs, they weren't even his most lyrical songs. Like the shit he's been releasing the past few years, they're lyrical as fuck. but they don't hit. Why? Because they're not real Slim Shady. They're not. Wah, my name is wah. You know,
Well, I
like
would
Yeah.
it.
say nobody's music like that sells,
But
like when
it's
it's super lyrical. Because
It's
exactly,
like
that's
certain
kind of like a
bands with a
niche. That's
small
like a
market of
niche.
it.
exactly. So how can
Exactly.
these lyrical artists who come out with super lyrical albums every 8 years say, "Oh, Drake's a buster because he's got all this help, the studio help, these ghostwriters, these." And it's like, well, he's making hit songs. He's not. You guys aren't selling. Yeah, you're revered more for sure, but he's not. He's trying to make money and he's making it. So how can you dog him for that?
I'm not necessarily dogging, but I'm just like in
No,
between
not
the
us, not
two,
us. I
and
mean,
then
I think that was Kendrick's like take though. Is on a part of that song. That's where we came from with this.
My
Is that
point is, I don't think Kendrick uses ghostwriters at all, or like
probably
anyone,
not.
or
But
like
that's
someone
why
like
his
J.
ass only
Cole.
got 4 albums and fucking what 20 years.
I also think he was wrong when he said his first one was a classic and so was his last one. Bro, that
First
fucking
of all,
big.
I think J Cole was accurate when he said that the first one was fire, the second one was hype, third one was his biggest hit, and his fourth one was trash. Uh, I think that was super accurate.
I do too, which I wish. This is why I wish he didn't fucking
Me too. I wish J Cole did
delete
not.
that shit. And because fucking Kendrick keeps bringing him up and shit, like, bro, leave that man alone.
Right. Dude, kicking a dog while he's down and shit. The
For
thing
real,
is, he
like,
wasn't even down. He just was like, I don't, man, I'm not gonna let this industry bait me into beefing.
yeah.
Like that's not who I am, which is respectable. Even the baby was like, I respect that. Like, but like, dude, if we're gonna like say it, J. Cole bodied them, in my opinion. I
I
think he
think he did
fucking
too,
killed it.
because I mean, after that, like Kendrick, literally all he said was that he didn't have to like say anything for people to apologize. Like,
Right. Honestly, I think you should. It's like the more you kick the dog while he's down, it's like J. Cole might have a change of fucking heart, and you might regret that. You should
but
leave him
honestly,
alone and take that dub.
there's been so many like AI disses that I've listened to like through this that I'm like kind of getting bars confused. Like, I don't know if they were like from the song or from the AI song. Because I heard an AI Kendrick Lamar diss before Euphoria dropped that was fire.
Dude,
I know I sent it to you.
I don't be feeding that fucking AI shit.
That shit was fire, bro. I was like, I would, I would fucking bump this shit. He said some shit about like, I think he said something about Diddy in there.
Oh man, that's he said something about Diddy and Euphoria too. He said bring
Yeah, but
Puff
he just
back.
said, yeah, but that was like a small reference. I think this one was more of like different. I don't know. I'd have to listen to it again. But it was definitely the other one too.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear the other one, the longer one that you're talking about. Um, but yeah, the other one was super small. It's so small I didn't even really understand the reference that he was trying to make. Did you?
I think there was like a thing where like Diddy slapped Drake or something like that.
Oh, okay, that makes total sense now.
there's been a lot of conspiracies with that fucking Diddy shit. Like, did y'all see that Bieber video, bro?
The
No.
one he made like 6 years ago, that was like supposed to be subliminally
Oh, the
supposed to
Beaver.
be
I thought you said Beaver.
Bieber.
No, Bieber,
I don't,
Justin
I
Bieber.
don't know if it's
Apparently,
the
they
same
were
one you're
in like
talking
a
about,
club
but
or
like
something,
six
and
years
like
ago.
Diddy
Go
was
I
ahead.
was
holding
like,
his phone up, and he turned, and Bieber like came up from I forgot who it fucking was, and he was like
OBJ.
basically he was sucking their shit, you know? I was like, damn man, like Diddy getting everybody. He's exposing a lot of fucking celebrities.
I mean, that video didn't like, I wasn't like, oh yeah, something definitely was, it looked a little suspicious, I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, oh yeah, something's definitely happening here. But what makes
Oh,
me believe that something was happening was that video where Jaden Smith fucking grabs him from behind. Like, it's like a new video.
Oh
Like,
shit.
maybe a couple weeks old, 3 weeks tops.
you know what the thing though is like 6 years ago or some shit, approximately, roughly. Justin Bieber made a music video for one of his songs, and the video was like this weird,
Who,
like
Drake?
no Bieber. It was like
Oh.
a weird high society theme where like a gelatin and stuff everywhere. It's like super weird, and it was supposed to be like a subliminal. The whole song and video was supposed to be like a subliminal
You talking about
exposure.
Yummy?
Yeah, yeah, yummy. It's supposed to be like a subliminal exposure to the industry,
You like
and
that Yummy, huh?
considering that he went to, to Puff's little camp over there, I'm not surprised. And
No, I think he was fucking molested
hell yeah, Bieber got molested and raped, dog, for
by women,
sure.
by women too, bro.
Fuck
Like
yeah,
when he was
that's
like fucking 13, I'm like, damn, no wonder this
boom.
kid looks like a crackhead these
No wonder
days.
no wonder he went all fucking off the wall and fucking crazy for a while. I mean, look at Amanda Bynes. Y'all see that quiet on the set shit?
I did not.
Everybody
I
wondered what
honestly
happened to Amanda
don't
Bynes
really.
going
I
crazy.
don't really
Dude,
want to see that shit.
yeah, you don't, dude. You don't. You'll never be able to watch the show again and enjoy it. You don't even. It's like that shit
I
got
mean, I
dark.
heard some shit from it, but like I didn't know
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes was a part of it. I heard some shit about Drake.
Well, she didn't get on because she's under a conservatorship, and her father answers for her. So,
I was about
and
to slap a
apparently,
fly midair right now.
the rumor is that years ago, Amanda Bynes had like a unofficial social media account where she was like using like a pseudonym, and she was like exposing her life and shit because she was under conservatorship. And if it's true and it was her, then she said that her father raped her and shit and had a baby with her and they got rid of it and all kinds of crazy shit. So yo, that
That's
shit's
fucked up.
fucked up. I know, right?
God damn, dude.
God damn, that's a depressing ass rabbit hole you don't want to go
Is that just like? Is there like episodes of this shit?
down. The Quiet on the Set, I believe it's just like a documentary, like a movie, I think, like an hour thing, or maybe like a two part, or nothing crazy with it. Um,
I heard something about like that.
I only seen like clips of it, like people were taking clips off
What's
of.
that guy? Dan Schneider? Is that him?
Yeah,
I heard he like was raping Drake and he barely served any fucking prison time. Something like that. Like he served like eight
I heard.
months.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But I haven't watched it. But
That's hopefully that's like something that they touch base on there. I don't think
I,
that part was actually said on there though. I think that was said after or before. I don't know. Like I said, I've only seen clips. I haven't watched it all the way through because again, that shit's depressing as fuck, dude.
Hmm.
yeah.
Fuck that. Speaking of depressing, well,
I-
actually, let's say anti-depressing is how good the fucking Bears came up in this offseason. Holy fuck, dude.
What a switch up. I like it.
What a switch up, dude.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a Caleb hater, but I'm a fucking believer now. Throw it
I was
up.
never really
Throw
a
it
Caleb
up.
hater, but I was definitely well, and I still am. I'm not, I feel like the Bears gave Fields a short end of the stick, and it's something they did with Trubisky too. But most importantly, I wasn't sure, and I'm still not sure about Caleb Williams. But
I'm not sure, but if he can't succeed here, bro, like maybe he won't not he's not he doesn't need to be the best QB. But if I think he's walking into the league probably a top 10 QB. I'll take
bro,
him over Dak Prescott.
well, first of all, Dak Prescott is dog shit. So there's
I'll
that.
take him over Brock Purdy. I don't know. I like Justin Fields, and I did at first wish we kept him. But like, there's just like a difference. Like Justin Fields like scrambles to run. He does throw it out of the scramble sometimes, which I think he was showing improvement on this year. That's what I disagree with Pat with.
Yeah,
Because Pat would say that he shows no improvement, but I think there's been slight improvement, but probably not enough for them to want to pay him
yeah.
fucking
And
fifty
it's like,
million
okay, fine.
dollars.
You got the pick. Why not take it? Right? Whatever. Fine,
But like Caleb, he scrambles and he's got his eyes downfield the whole time. That's what I like about what I've seen from him.
bro. And that a Dunze fucking grab,
Bro, he might be the best receiver in the league soon.
dude. We got Keenan Allen. We got him. We got Caleb. We got DJ Moore. We got dude. Our fucking offense is nutty right now. We grabbed Swift from Philadelphia. Our offense is nutty. And Kelly brought up a fact last night that I didn't realize is that despite our offensive line being criticized
It
is
wasn't that bad last year.
it's top 10 ranked the last 2 years. So, and they grabbed another guy for the offensive line. So, to be honest, the Bears went from the jockey straps to the spotlight real quick.
Hey,
Like matter of 2 weeks.
they'll be in the Super Bowl or at least the NFC Championship game in the next 2 years.
Yeah. Yo, ticket prices are gonna skyrocket though. We are not going to any free games
Bro,
this
I
year.
am going. Yeah, no free games, but I'm definitely going to a game. I'm wearing my pink lip gloss, my
All
fucking
right.
painted nails, and I'm throwing this up the whole time.
This guy. Don't let Kendrick see you.
Hey,
Kendrick
for
reminds
real,
me a little bit
he's
of a
gonna
bigot.
start saying I don't like women.
I'm just kidding. I'm not saying that. Drew just thinks his subliminal was talking about transgender people. So
I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
he thinks that Kendrick might have been hinting at that.
I don't know when you say. Never mind. I'm skipping over the subject.
He doesn't want to hate Kendrick. That's the problem. He doesn't want to hate
I
the
don't
guy.
hate. I don't hate Kendrick. No matter what he meant by that, I don't hate him. Some may say he's a bigot if he meant certain things, but I don't necessarily agree with a lot of people who use that word anyway. So,
Yeah. Well, hopefully, hopefully,
not that I hate anybody.
Diddy's not pounding Drake. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, he's still with Meek.
That's what I was
he
waiting for.
he don't like the light skins.
I think Meek
he
was
don't
ready
like
for
he don't
that.
like the white boys.
To be honest, I think that fucking video was AI. That audio, I should say, was AI. But if it wasn't, that was definitely rape, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't trust no audio like with shit.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't trust that audio at all. I mean, look what they did. What Drake did with Taylor made. Fuck that. And
yeah, Tupac sounded pretty fucking good, man. I was like, that was straight out of Cuba.
man, I don't trust that video was real. It's like, why do you come out with that right now? That's suspicious. So I don't think that
Yeah.
happened.
Did you
But
see the video of it was like Diddy and like I don't know, I'm assuming his daughter. She's like some 3 or 4 year old and he was saying like celebrities he was just saying celebrities' names and then she was like repeating them.
what the hell is that supposed to be?
I'm assuming it means he got dirt on them. I talked to someone about this and they said that they don't trust Diddy. You know, I mean, I don't either. Like, but I think if he's bringing up those names, he's doing it for a reason. Like, he's got something on him.
Wait, he's bringing up names behind bars.
No, he's not behind bars. The hell?
Did he? Where is he?
That man's fucking
Oh, he's in the
living.
Bermuda or some shit, right?
I was about to
I,
say, didn't Diddy run?
Yeah, he's in the Caribbean islands in pirate
I don't
country,
know
right?
where he is, but he's a free man.
Yeah, he ran
Yeah.
to what's that country called? What's the
Cuba.
capital of the fucking pirates?
Yeah, because
Pirates.
didn't they
Pittsburgh?
find
No,
out they
no,
tried
no. Like
raiding
the
his house
actual
or
country.
something, and they found all those tunnels to the Playboy Mansion and a few other celebrities' houses, and they stretched for miles. Y'all didn't hear about that?
I don't know what exactly they found, but
Oh yeah,
whatever they think
It was
he did it.
crazy.
Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua is
I
the
have never fucking
island
heard
in
of
the
that
Caribbean.
shit.
It's like the capital of the pirates. Like when the pirates, were out here fucking, matey, I sliver me timbers,
You
give
got
me
an
your
eye patch?
booty.
You got an eye
Me?
patch to put on?
Oh, um, no, but hold on, this might resemble. Mate, swap the deck and swash my buckle.
Swashbuckle.
I'm never hiring you for a fucking pirate fucking role.
No.
Well, I would do more. I could probably nail it if I did more
Arr me matey.
effort and
Yeah.
research.
The
You
kids
want
would
to
come up to you and be like, "You're not a real pirate."
kick
Wait,
you
how
in
did
the
we go
leg?
from the Bears to Diddy?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't know,
Why are
man.
you
Shit just
overthinking
happens. We're
things?
shooting the shit.
Guy shaved his head. He's got room to think now.
Hey,
Nice.
for real. I never think about my hair no more.
Grows
When
more
Joe Rogan when Joe
aerodynamic.
Rogan said this shit is freeing, it really is, bro. I thought he was
Dude,
capping, but
takes up half
I ain't gotta worry about if you could see my fucking scalp because I know you could see my scalp.
there you go. Takes up half your thought power when you think about that all day.
But since we're just switching topics, LeBron just got eliminated from the
I know.
playoffs.
How's it make you feel?
I was pissed. I'm glad I didn't watch that fucking last game. The last game I watched was the first one where Jamal Murray fucking hit the game winner. I hate that
How'd
motherfucker.
that make you feel?
I was pissed. I was like, at one point in the game they were up 20. But like, bro, I don't even blame the series on LeBron or AD. Like AD can't like he fucking played good as shit. But like, oh, and LeBron did too, especially for fucking 39. Jordan could never, by the way.
Dude,
Uh, well, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
you just made me yell while my lungs were filled with. You fucking rat bastard.
You can't talk to people from Chicago about who the goat is because they're all delusional.
Bro, you think Derek Lee is a slugger?
Derek Lee's good.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't need big names. You just need fucking pieces.
bro. I bet you if as long as they wore a Cubs logo, you'd suck their wiener too.
Nah.
Sure about that?
I'm not even that big of a Cubs fan anymore. So I used to watch all their games, and then as soon as they won everything, like won the chip, I was like,
Bandwagon casual, just like a LeBron fan,
absolutely not. When they were losing 100 fucking games a year, I watched every fucking game. So suck
huh?
my dick.
Classic, dog.
I was one of the biggest fucking Cubs fans for sure. That shit used to every time. So 100 days a year when they're fucking losing 100 games, my day was ruined, bro. Like I was
I'm
pissed.
tired of it.
Well,
I
like
don't
you
see how
can't
y'all can
fucking.
even get into sports like that. Like, I can't sit down and watch sports. I have to play them the way they
I
are.
definitely haven't watched sports like I used to. Now it's tough for me to get in on it unless it's like a Bears game or I got money on it. But I don't bet on that shit no more because fuck gambling. That shit's rigged.
Dude, I don't
Yeah,
watch them as much
gambling's
as I used to.
bad.
Yeah,
Gambling's
gambling is
bad.
terrible. But like,
Oh, I
I
don't think
watch
I'm
the
allowed to
best.
say
I
that
watch the
gambling is
good.
bad.
I
I
think
might lose my endorsement deals.
you got endorsement deals. I bet you that would be your first endorsement too.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. I hate gambling, but I love that shit.
Dude, I think the big thing is like nowadays with the internet, with clips and stats and like live score updates and shit, you don't need to watch games like they used to. So I think a lot of us only watch the important games.
Yeah, bro, I don't have time to fucking watch every sports game.
I don't have time to watch none. Like I said, I'll watch if the Bears or the Ravens or any of my teams that I follow make it to, the semi-championship round, I'm in it. Watch it.
No, that's one thing I'll do. I will try to do that. I'll always try to watch every Bears game. Not like I stopped watching once they got rid of Jay Cutler and I didn't give a shit about anyone on the team. But then when they drafted Justin Fields, then I started watching again. And now
I
that we
do
got Caleb, that's fucking must watch TV right there, bro.
I do watch more Bears games than anything, but that's only because football in general, them doing one game a week, all
Yeah.
on the same days, that makes it more accessible to me because it's like okay, it's Sundays, we're off most of the time, or at least we can make ourselves lackadaisy. I don't have to be like, oh, I watched this game. It's like okay, well, it didn't mean shit because they got 72 more games next month. You know, you're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
fucking useless fucking game here, dude. The stakes
Hmm.
aren't there.
And I'll pay attention to NBA playoffs, but only if LeBron's in there, bro. If LeBron like the NBA playoffs without LeBron, bro, you can call me a dick rider all you want, but bro, they're not the same. They're just not. Like the Nuggets are good, but who the fuck actually likes
I watch
watching them play?
I watch all the finals for every
I
championship or
didn't. I
whatever.
used to for NBA, but last year I did not. The Heat and the fucking Nuggets. First of all, everybody knew the Nuggets were gonna take that shit.
First of
And
all,
second of all, those are two fucking who gives a shit ass teams.
no, you know why? Because I fucks with Jimmy Butler. I was hoping that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Jimmy Butler's cool. I like him, but he's good, but
He's not
can't
enough
be
for
he
you,
can't
huh?
be your best player, bro.
He is a star player though.
No,
The
he's a
problem
star, but
is they don't have a
he
second
cannot be
unit.
your best player. He cannot be your number one scoring option.
He has to. What are you talking about? He's that good, bro.
No, he's not that good.
He is
He's
that good.
not.
The
No,
problem is
he's
they don't
not.
have a second guy that good.
He's like a glorified, like he's only good in the playoffs, which I mean,
That's
like,
crazy. Hey, tell that to the Timberwolves when they said the same thing to him, and he went in there and busted their ass with a practice squad. Put him in a practice squad versus the starters and busted the shit out of them.
yeah, that's when, first of all, their starters belonged on the practice squad too back then, other
Hey,
than
listen,
Cat.
I think you're tripping. We're gonna have to bring this up when next episode Pat's in about Jimmy Butler. That's you're
I
getting
like Jimmy
violated.
Butler, but like, is he top 10? Absolutely not.
No, maybe not top 10, but he's definitely he can be at your top stop scorer
No,
for sure.
absolutely
Dude,
not.
where do you rank Russell Westbrook?
Fucking lower than Jimmy Butler, that's for sure.
Okay, better. That's a better answer. All right, all right, all right. How you gonna like put his ass over him?
Yeah, Russell Westbrook definitely top five all time.
This guy. You're just trying to start shit now.
Now, I would say honestly the top three, at least right now, I'll go with that. Fucking, I would say Jokic. Well, voice crack. Um,
That's because his hair is gonna
I
fall out.
don't know. We're gonna go like maybe top five. No order. Jokic is probably number one right now. Embiid, although
Luka.
Embiid hasn't really played that well in the playoffs, so maybe you can't put him up there. Luca, Jokic, Embiid. I think Anthony Edwards got to be top five. I think in the next couple seasons he'll be the best player because he's the only one out of all those motherfuckers that play defense, other than Joel Embiid. But he's always injured, so.
Yeah, I would put Anthony up there.
And I'm pretty sure he has. I mean, he might be like Michael Jordan's real son, bro.
Real.
Like
Hey,
actually,
but
they look exactly alike.
yo, on a secondary note, though, let's talk about these fucking Suns, bro. What the fuck is going on with these guys?
Hey, that's a good point because I like to bring up these super teams that fail when people say that LeBron isn't the GOAT because he had to go to all these super teams. Look at how many super teams fail, bro. Every team LeBron goes to wins.
That's true, bro. The Clippers have been super team failing for a minute.
Yeah. Clippers, the fucking Suns, the Nets.
The Nets, yeah.
I can't think of anybody else. I don't know. Anywhere
The
fucking
76ers,
KD's
yeah,
anywhere 76ers, nah.
they were
Nah.
trying to
I
build
mean,
super
I
teams. They
guess
had
kind
them
of
James
because
Harden,
they had
Paul.
Joel Embiid, James Harden. Oh, the Thunder when they had fucking Paul George, Westbrook. I don't know. Probably didn't have like a big three, so I don't know if that's a super team.
No. Well, they were trying, but it wasn't there yet. You can't count it for a fail.
But
Maybe
definitely
76ers are
the
in that
Clippers are
same category.
definitely in there. They got fucking Russell Westbrook, James Harden, fucking Kawhi, Paul George.
They're I don't understand. Bro, the Clippers, how do you like the Clippers and the Suns, man? How are you guys not in the championship, right? Well, but like I don't understand. Those teams right there should have been so dominant.
Especially the Suns, bro. Like you got fucking Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. They made a mistake giving up CP3
For sure.
because they don't have a fucking point guard
But dude, let's talk about how Booker ain't been the same since
since Kobe died.
no, since he got pieced up by was it Luca? Yeah, Luca when he was talking shit.
He got punched.
Luca or Jokic? Who fucking came in after they were talking shit last year in the playoffs and came in and fucking wrecked the Suns? I think it was Luca. Yeah, Luca fucking
Nah,
Devin Booker.
Luca. I don't even think the Mavericks made the playoffs last
Hold
year.
on, hold on. Uh,
I don't know
maybe it
how you're
was
gonna
maybe
find
it
that
was
information,
Jokic.
but
Then it had to been Jokic. Did the Suns play
yeah,
the?
but losing to Jokic. First of all, like people just talk about Jokic. Jamal Murray is so fucking clutch, bro.
It
Like,
was Jokic. Okay, dude, he was talking shit the game prior, and then he came back and like in the first half, he had more points than the entire Suns team.
who, Jokic?
Yeah, that was and they were like, "Do you realize that when you were going into the halftime, did you realize how many points you had that you had more than them?" And he's like, "Of course."
I don't know.
That's cold. That's cold, bro. What? And I think Devin Booker, man, I don't know if the Suns will recover from that.
I don't really like Jokic, but I was hooping an export last week, and some guy was calling me Jokic. I don't know if that's like a compliment or not, to be honest. Like,
I think that's like a Polak joke, dog.
I don't think Jokic is Polish, but
It's
anyway,
not, but it's a joke that he's obviously trying to treat your
I
ass.
could definitely jump higher than Jokic, bro. Jokic could
You're
barely get his
capping,
fat
dog.
ass off. I definitely can. Jokic could not get his fat ass off the
I mean,
ground.
and he's big as hell, but I don't even think you got hops like that, dog.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you would consider being able to throw down a 360 windmill hops. So I can't really do that, but
Oh, thought you were trying to.
no.
I was about to fucking put this shit on live, dog.
Nah,
We should do dunk contest with Drew and see what he does.
I'm trying to get there, but my fucking ankle's fucked. I fucking dislocated that shit last year, and I hooped on it, and it's so fucking sore still, and it's been over a week.
You got to get a brace, dog, so you can let it like
Bro,
condition.
this shit's been fucking. I gotta do something. I gotta like do PT or something because this shit fucking is fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
start
Because
But
working
I
up
mean,
some ankle things. You can maybe
I
work
could
them
touch.
out.
what did you say,
Yeah,
Yogi?
No, I was saying maybe you could try to work the muscle out. That's maybe what it is. You know, it being hurt.
Yeah, have you tried
Start.
yourself? Doing anything like resistance bands or anything?
I mean, no.
He put no effort. He's like, this thing is not cutting it.
He's
No
like, it's
effort,
fucking
dog.
me up. Have you done anything? Nah, it's cooling.
We'll get
No,
there.
because like, I thought it was decent. I thought it was just like always gonna kind of like slightly bother me for the rest of my life. But I'll go to the gym and I'll squat and it's fine. But and when I was hooping, it didn't hurt. But like after, it's like
Yeah,
sore as
I
shit.
mean, my knees and ankles are fucking busted. Today I was walking it. I was in my daughter's school for her band recital, and I'm walking, and we're looking at a piece of art of hers, and simultaneously I get like a really bad like shin like spur like arthritis, and like have to like almost fall. And my wife says the funniest shit about my daughter's art, and I almost fell clean on the floor because I was laughing and then like having this like crazy spasm through my bone at the time. I was like, God damn, boy, that shit's fucked me up.
We need some video of that shit. That sounds funny.
We don't get no videos around here, dog.
But I don't
I
know. I
only
don't know if you consider
we
being 5'10" and a half, so basically 6'2", and being
but
able to and being able to grab rim. I don't know if you consider that hops, but I think it's deep. I'm not like jumping out the gym, but I got hops for a guy with a fucked up ankle.
Well, it depends on how high the hoop is, because I can
10,
touch
10
it,
feet,
and
10
I'm
feet.
like, oh, no, I don't think I could touch that. I'd probably like get like a little over halfway's up on the net, but I'm like 5'7", 5'6".
what were you doing before the injury? That's the real question.
Who, me?
Yeah, were you throwing them down?
No, but I was also not going to the
This guy.
gym. Like
I've
I
never
also
dunked
wasn't.
in my life, but I think I could really put it down, dog. If you gave me enough tries,
Yes, because if my ankle wasn't fucked up, I would do like plyometrics and shit. Like I want to be able to dunk. Like I'm trying to just like not even tell anybody like any of the boys that I've been working on dunking, and then like us hoop at like fucking Schiller or something, and then just fucking body someone just out of nowhere. Like,
Dude, you should get a
like
brace
holy
for that
shit.
bad ankle, and then from there go and get some ankle weights and start training with them and like trying to dunk. And dude, once you take them ankle weights off, it's like you're gonna feel like paper.
Like I'm definitely like maybe like 2 to 3 inches like more on my
you should
vertical,
do that.
and I'll be able to dunk because I was trying to export and I was hitting the rim with the ball.
Yeah, you should do the ankle weights like before you play. So when you go hit that court, you're like,
Yeah, that
ah.
weight resistance training.
Yeah. And it's gonna that's what they're gonna do with PT. They're gonna use resistance bands on your ankle and then on your foot to get it to bend and rotate and shit. You have to press to try and straighten it out. So I mean, hey, you got no excuses, man. Hey, in 6 months, we're gonna put Drew in a dunk contest with like stunts and
Dwight
shit.
Howard.
And listen, dude, if you fail or you kill it, it's on you. So you better get to work because 6 months from now, Drew is gonna do a dunk contest. Everybody comment dunks that you want to see. All right, we want to see props too, prop ideas. Make it
Bro, you
practical,
think in 6 months I'm gonna be able to dunk over fucking shit and do like
dude.
windmills like
We'll
out
do
of
one
nowhere?
every 6 months. Okay, we'll do one every 6 months.
All right, the first one's
Hey,
gonna be
anything's
fucking.
possible, man. You just gotta put in that work.
I
I'm trying to
like to
get.
be, dude. We're gonna change him to Drew Two Hoops.
I don't like that one.
First of all, you're not supposed to like it.
But hey, when I first went bald, someone said I looked like the white Kobe Bryant, so I guess that's a good nickname.
You're not. You
I
can't do that,
am the
bro.
white
This
Mamba.
game goes from Drew Two Hoops to hey, White Kobe Bryant. Dude, lower
Hey,
your
it wasn't my
expectations.
words, it was someone else's.
But you're like, I like that. We should go with that instead. You know, you're not getting it, dude. You're more like a white R. Kelly if he smoked Mavericks.
Ain't no way. R. Kelly's an ugly motherfucker.
That's
and he
my point.
likes pissing on little kids.
Well, we're throwing out the pissing. Well, maybe you're not. If you like Mavericks, you might be into pissing on little kids. I'm not kidding.
I don't know what a Maverick is, but I'm assuming it's a cigarette.
Damn, Pat would be like, cut that one out, dog.